Why, hello everyone. I just got done streaming with a friend. So yeah, I am Wolfblood, and there is a couple of rules I'm going to tell you right now. But before I tell you the rules, I'm going to tell you the rules right now. Rule 1 is dragons are basically the makers of quirks. So, there are different species of dragons, I know that much. So wyverns will be I want to say the second strongest. Hydras will be the first species of dragon, the one with 4 legs. That will be the weakest. Hydras will be the second strongest. Then wyverns will be the strongest. And Deku will be part of the Wyvern clan before anyone asks. And no one can. There are only 2 people that will be able to turn to dragons. That will be uh, the dragon hero, and that will be Deku. The dragon hero will be she will be the number 3 hero, since she gained the most power from the dragon spirits. And dragons, the other rule of the dragons, this will be just a weird what if, just in general. So yeah. So I'm not going to give out the normal warnings like blood and gore and cussing. That's normal. But someone asked, what if? So sin the greed, the 7th synth of greed asks where is what if Deku was Jeff the Killer? I will be rebooting that after Tuesday, because that will be part 2. Tuesday will be part 2 of Death Note, and that will be about it for the rules. So, this is, before I actually start, this is what if Deku, his dragon type will be a shadow dragon. This ain't going, Deku will be technically born quirkless in this. So yeah, if you, Deku will be like, more, he will be kind of like a dragonborn, I guess. Yeah, he will be a dragonborn, basically. So yeah, dragonborns are people who are capable of. Actually, the dragon hero will be technically. She is not a dragonborn. She is just a normal person, but she does know the legend of the dragonborn. So, anyways, let's hop into this video. So we start out with Deku at the Quirk Doctor. Deku is kinda have a quirk, I guess, because no one really knows what he is. So, when Deku is getting his quirk examined, how about let's go back when Deku was being born. When Deku was being born, and I want to say he looks like a normal everyday child, but he just seems very off. So, let's cut 2 years later. I want to say Deku start forming this black mist, kind of, with a reddish tint in it. Inko is Like, this is weird. He shouldn't be having his quirk. Or anything like that. And Deku, who's, kind, um, this is when Deku first transformed into this dragon. First, Deku's horns basically comes out of the back of his head, and his head starts to elongate. And Deku turns into, like, this misty dragon, basically. And Inko is like, what the fuck? Excuse me, no, this is not allowed. And he and Deku turned back into his human form. There is no time limit on this form, just to let you know. Inko was like, this, he can't have the quirk this early, he's only 2. But he might have the mutation quirk. Don't know. But that that theme kind of reminds me of the old stories of how quirks came to be. Dragons. I don't think that's true, but whatever. I'll wait 2 more years. So 2 years later, Deku's now at the Quirk doctor scene. So Inko tells the doctor, excuse, my son's quirk is quite strange. He's able to turn to this dragon and 2 years ago. And he does this off and on once in a while. And Deku's just seeing, it's like, what's my quirk? Just like, why know what his quirk name is? And the doctor says, he's supposed to be quirkless. And Inko goes, wait, what? That's impossible, but he has a quirk. And the doctor says, he has another joint, so people with quirks mostly don't have this joint. He's a very rare case. Extremely rare, but I guess he does have the quirk. And he said it kind of looks like a dragon, right? What species of dragon? Inko says, I think a wyvern? And the doctor leans back and says, Madam, did you know the stories of people and dragons were once real, right? Magic, dragons, it was all real. Inko just starts laughing and says, no, it wasn't. Then we should have known magic the entire time. The doctor simply says, no. We basically made our races go extinct, so we never need the use of magic ever again. But here's the thing. We could never get rid of one species, and that was the dragons. The dragons are the strongest creature we could never get rid of. We could never kill them, basically. But all the dragons left Earth, I believe, and went to a different planet. So your son could be a dragonborn. And Inko says, hey, what now? And the doctor says, a dragonborn. A dragonborn is the only being that can kill dragons. And Inko goes, so you're saying my son could be this so-called dragonborn? And The doctor says, yeah, maybe, don't know. But that's only a legend. But I guess we can classify as a quirk now. And the doctor says, well, I think his quirk name is Shadow Dragon. And Inko says, so what are the abilities? The quirk doctor says he's able to manipulate shadows in way, shape, and form. Also, plus, he can teleport through shadows, basically. His quirk is strong at all 9 day, but it's mostly strongest at night because as he basically can be invisible, except with a red tint glow. So yeah, that's how Deku Guy's quirk analysis. Now time for who I've. Alright, this is where I'm going. The ship for me mostly starts when whoever is getting bullied. So, well, who should it be? Um, I'm trying to think. You know what? Tsuyu. Yes. Suyu, is it Tsuyu or Suyu? I think it's Suyu. So, Bakugo is, picking on this kid, and Deku, steps in front of Bakugo. And, I want to say Deku, actually, no, I'm going to change his his quirk name to, um, Blackfire, no, Dragon, no, Blackfire Dragon, oh no. If you want, if, no, I like, Shadow Dragon better. Shadow Dragon, yeah. So, so, um, one of Deku's main abilities, he's not made out of shadows, he's made out of black fire when he transforms. So, Bakugo says, move out of the way, Deku. You might have stronger quirk than mine, but still, I can still beat you up. And Deku says, Kanchan, just leave her alone. Please, I don't want to have to fight. And Bakugo simply crack his knuckles, saying, oh, but I do. And Deku transformed into his, dragon state. Inko never attempted to pick up Deku in this state, so he didn't know how dangerous it was. So, this is going to be the first hand of someone touching, Deku's dragon state. Bakugo goes in for a punch, but going through dragon, Deku's wings. Instead of Bakugo calling him Deku, he will be calling him Ryu. I'm pretty sure Ryu means dragon in Japanese. I'm not sure. If you guys know how to pronounce dragon in Japanese, please let me know. So, and Deku was burnt. He said, I thought you had some type of shadow, mental, can't English, manipulation type of quirk. Deku says, I do. Then, and Bakugo says, why did you burn me then? And Deku says, might be because of my quirk. In this form, he has a really deep voice. So, Deku actually started up is actually about ready to send his first fire breath. So, instead of the red tint, when Deku is about ready to use his fire breath, it will be the red tint going up to his back. Basically like Godzilla powering up his atomic breath. So Deku release his fire breath. Let's just say he was not aiming for him. He just drew a line. Let's just say he squirts the entire ground. And Bakugo promptly says he runs away, scared. And his goons do too. Um, where's... Alright, so... Deku turns back into his human form and holds out his hand. And, for promptly, or Suyu. And Suyu grabs Deku's hand saying, "Thank you. And what's your name?" And Deku says, "My name is Izuku Midoriya, but you can just call me Ryu. That's what everyone calls me." And Suyu says, "Yes, you can call me Suyu." Deku says, "It's okay, Suyu." And, what do I have next? You know what? Let's go to the middle school scene. So yeah, Deku is actually one of the strongest, but he is very shy, and does not like to talk about his quirk that much. So, half of his class thinks he's quirkless, the other half have seen his quirk. So yeah, and the teacher comes in and saying, with all the paperwork, throws the paper in the air. We all know the scene where he says, "I know, like, there's a test for y'all, showing what you want to be when you all grow up." And he promptly throws the paper up in the air, saying, "I know you want all become heroes." And he says, "As we have two students that are going to UA." And Bakugo says, "I bet it's Deku." And the teacher says, "You are correct, Mr. Katsuki." And Bakugo says, "I won't expect any less." And everyone's whispering, the one half of the class saying, "Does he even have a quirk?" And Deku says, um, I see. Time for the end of class. Yeah, that scene where Bakugo tells, Deku to jump off, that never happens, since he has a quirk, and Bakugo is still a douchebag, but not as much of a douchebag. Give me a second, I want my charger. Alright, my phone's dying, so. And Suyu walks in, saying, Suyu was just waiting outside the door for Izuku. Suyu walks in, and says, "Hey Ryu, how are you?" And Deku promptly turns around, saying, "Oh, hey Suyu, how are you?" And she says, "I'm good, but are you ready to head home?" And Deku says, "Yeah, I guess so. I guess we should be going." So yeah, I guess when they went down the shortcut. So time for the Slud's villain accident. So, Deku was just walking down, and Deku was talking to See, alright. So, what Deku asked Sue was, how can you handle your quirk? I don't feel like my quirk is that strong. And Suyu says, Deku, you have one of the most strongest quirks I know. Like, come on. I know you're shy and all, but jeez. Even self-doubting your own quirk? Man, that's pretty low. And Deku says, yeah, I know, but still. Well, I'm just want to be a hero. The best one. And Deku stops walking in at the edge of the tunnel, so he puts her hand on Sora and says, "It's for you. You need to calm down and just trust your gut once in a while." And Deku says, "You're right." As Vasilo's villain pops out, and Deku automatically turns into his dragon form and blocking Suyu. And Vasilo's villain promptly touches Deku, getting burnt. And Vasilo's villain backs off, saying, what the heck are you made of, kid? And Deku says, as you're in my territory, Shadows, and, I'm mostly made of black fire, but yet I'm also Shadow. Was something you can't hurt, can't touch, but yet you get hurt on. And you should be very scared. And all you see is the small glow of red climbing on his back. And Floppy says, don't use it, not here. And Deku simply looks at her, and the red tint slowly goes away. And Veslod's villain is extremely afraid. And All Might pops out doing V-Smash, and Deku who tries to stay together. Then Deku turns back into his normal human state. And All Might says, as the insect, that's a pretty strong quirk. I wonder if, oh, I should, he was also protecting someone. He could be a good candidate for One for All. And Deku helps out All Might clean up the Sludge villain. So, All Might has more time. And All Might gives the autograph to Suyu and Deku. And Deku asks All Might, question. And All Might says, yes, but please do hurry. I am on a time limit. And Deku says, of course. My question is, even with a super dangerous quirk like mine, can I become a hero? And Suyu says, yes, I think you can. And All Might says, I think you can, young man. How about this? I will train you. And your friend if she wants to. And Suyu says, sadly, I don't think I'll be able to make it to the training. I'm sorry, Mr. All Might. And All Might says, it's fine, young lady. And Deku says, I will accept that offer. So, and All Might says, meet me at this beach at this time. And Deku says, as All Might leaps off, so, I guess I will be training with All Might, huh? And Suyu says, yeah, you're lucky. And and before her these are walking again, Deku, as when they were walking, they were chatting again, doing all that. And Deku feels quite off of this moment right now. Oh, he doesn't know why. He just feels off. And in Suyu's mind, why is this so awkward? This never happens. Or, oh no. No. Oh boy. I think I might have feelings for him. And Deku's does, just like, just still doesn't know. And he decides to break ice with this. So, Suyu, how is all your brothers and sisters doing? And Suyu says, we're doing fine. That's it. Yeah, we're mostly doing all fine. I do not know any Suyu's sisters or brothers. If you do, let me know, please. Thank you. And Suyu got home, and Deku got home. So, the next day, the first day of training. And when Deku gets there, he sees how dirty the beach is. And All Might says, so for your training, young man. And Deku actually promptly got scared and turned around, saying, what the what? And saying, how long have you been here? All Might says, I was kinda running late and I was supposed to be here before you, so. Oh, yeah. And All Might just realized what he meant by running late and promptly debuff. He wastes a lot of time doing hero work. And All Might says, oh no. And Aizuku says, All Might? Is that your real form? And Deku and All Might says, oh, you're awfully calm about this young man, young Midoriya. Why are you so calm? And Deku says, because you still have the same set. I guess I never properly told you my quirk's name. And All Might says, good point. And Deku promptly says, my quirk's name is Shadow Dragon. Even though it's kind of ironic that I'm not made of shadows, I'm actually made of black fire. And All Might says, huh, okay, that's new. And Deku trains. Deku does have a lot more strength because he's more wyvern than the height. He's basically stronger. And Deku got a clean bout. I want to say he got it done in 6 months. So yeah, All Might says, young man, I've been thinking about this. I want to give you my quirk. Oh, by the way, when All Might did debuff, he did tell the story of how he got his scar and everything. So yeah, sorry about that if I did not mention it, but he did tell the story. So yeah. If I'm quiet, I'm sorry, but I was just mostly am quiet. 902. Alright, so Deku got a couple extra months of training. He did met Cranchino, got full counting earlier, and Vista did upgrade his size of dragon. I want to say he was around. He was like almost a full grown wyvern. Now he is. So yeah. just to let you know, I'm ending it here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like, thank you. If you sub, thank you. Basically, thank you for the both. Please share. Please give this video more out there. And um, if you dislike, let me a reason know why. Alright, goodbye, and I will see y'all later.